Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are so excited for today's video. I know I am. I have been gone for a week. We were on vacation and I took full advantage and took a complete vacation from everything, including posting on here on YouTube. But we are getting right back into it here today with another cleaning video after vacation, getting my house back in order, back into our routines, and I hope you are here for it. If you like all things cleaning motivation, inspiration, motherhood journeys, you're in the right place. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I did take a break last week because we were on vacation and it was so much fun. I hope you and your family are having some fun this summer too. I'm starting off here in my kitchen. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed and unsure of exactly where to start. So whenever I feel that way, I always just get started here in the kitchen. It's the one place in my home that is like the heart of the home, the center of everything. And once this area is clean, I feel like the rest of the house is pretty much clean as well. Where is that place for you in your house? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know. We did just come back from a week-long vacation. I don't even remember the last time we took an entire week and actually went away. I am just not somebody that grew up going on vacations or anything like that, so it's just a lot for me. It's kind of stressful and very overwhelming, and there's a lot of preparation and all the things. Our friend watched our dog, which was so great, but it was a long week without her as I'm with her every single day, all day. So that was a little strange for me. And we did drive to our location. It was a 12 to 14 hour drive. So that was long, but it worked out really well. I was so proud of my son. He's 3 years old and he did really, really great. He looked out the window half the drive and just like told us what he was seeing, and he really enjoyed it. Being in the car for that long, you kind of just settle in and know that the day is going to be much different than normal. I did pack an entire bag of all kinds of activities for him, coloring books and little puzzle games, magnet games, all kinds of things, and he colored once the entire time. We also got him a tablet. He's never had a tablet before, so he didn't even know that he had it. We had agreed that we wouldn't bring the tablet out until like last case resort. If he was like really at his wit's end and just not doing well, we would bring it out and surprise him with it. So that didn't even happen until after dinner time that he started to seem a little bit more wiggly and over it. We'd been in the car for quite some time at that point. So I said to him, "Do you want to watch a movie?" And he thought I was joking. So then when I showed him that he could actually watch a movie, he was really, really excited. He must have a tablet at his daycare program because he knew how to use this thing way more than I did. He had started out watching a movie. We could hear it in the background, and then all of a sudden he got really quiet. We didn't hear any movie, and I looked back and he was smiling ear to ear. I asked him what he was doing and he showed me he was playing a game. We did load some games on there as well, and he knew exactly how to get to them and how to play them and all the things. So it is just so funny to see your kids know so much about technology. I think this generation is just born knowing how to work all of it. While we were on vacation, we were with my whole family, and my 7-year-old niece definitely taught him a lot more about the games and the tablet and things that he didn't know. I definitely didn't know. I've never seen any of these games before, so I'm learning just alongside him. So that was really helpful to have her be able to show him like what the point of games were or what he was supposed to do. He's only 3, so this is all pretty much new for him. And he learned a lot about it over this week, as we did too. So on our car ride home, he definitely asked for it a lot more, knowing that he had it. He would say, "Can I play a game?" And he played for a little bit. He didn't use it too much. He did spend majority of the time just looking out the window, as he did on the way there, which was really surprising, but so nice. We honestly had such a great trip. Travel was much smoother and went way better than I definitely anticipated. Where are you and your family going on vacation this year, or have gone on vacation? Is it far away? Did you go on a plane? Are you taking long car rides? Or are you staying pretty much local this summer? as I said, traveling for me is just not something I'm used to doing. It's very overwhelming and just a lot of work, especially with a 3-year-old, and also considering like our dog and where she's gonna stay and all the things I need to prepare for her to be able to go away. So I was gonna film all of that, but I was just so overwhelmed preparing for it. I needed to just get done what I needed to get done and not worry about filming it. Well, I did. Looking back, obviously, I wish I had, because I feel like I did a lot of things to help myself that I feel would have helped all of you as well. So let me just explain some of the things that I did. One thing was that I made lists. I'm not really a list person. I'm not somebody who needs to write everything down in order to get it done. I usually just know what I need to get done and then just go from there. But this time I definitely made a few lists to make sure I had everything done that I needed to do. So I made a house list, taking care of all the things around the house that I needed to be able to leave our house in good condition. So then when we got home, it wasn't super overwhelming coming home to also a messy house. I felt like that would have been just one more thing on the list after a long car ride. I wanted us to be able to just come home and be able to relax if we needed that. Then I made packing lists. So I made a list obviously for myself, all the things that I would need to pack for the trip. I made a list for my dog, all the things I would need for her to be able to go to our friend's house. I made a list for my 3-year-old son, all of his clothes and items he would need on our trip. And I also made a car traveling list. So that included games and toys for him to have in the car, and also snacks. I did a huge tote filled with many different snacks, as I figured my son might get bored, and you know, when kids get bored, they get more snacky. Thankfully that a lot of the stuff that I did pack, we honestly didn't even need or use, but I was glad that we did have the options because I didn't know how it was gonna go. It was our first time doing this, so I was definitely way over prepared, which I'm thankful for. But next time I think I'll be able to minimize a little bit more, but who knows? He'll probably be a way different age and in a different season of life, so being overpacked is probably going to be for the best. My son did get a little snacky here and there, and I packed these little trays that we got from Five Below. They have 4 little compartments and they do have lids as well. Those were the best items that I packed because I was able to just put like crackers and snacks in each little section and he could choose what he wanted. And then also for dinner, we stopped at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is not something we have around here. We have a few here and there, but not anything like super close. So it's not anything we have often at all. So it's really like a treat for us to have. And our whole car trip, there was like Chick-fil-A's the entire time. So we ended up stopping at Chick-fil-A for dinner. So he had chicken nuggets and fries and a little dipping sauce. And then I had cut up some apples as well. So I put all of those in the trays as well for his dinner. And he loved that. He ate it so well. And it just made it so much easier that I could put it in those little trays. I also found a tray on Amazon that hooks onto his car seat. It has walls, so everything that he wanted on, it was like a tabletop, like a little desktop. He could put like his coloring things, his iPad, his dinner, anything that he was doing on the tray. But it was also a whiteboard, so I got a bunch of whiteboard markers as well, so he could color right on the tray. And he did do that for a little bit too, which he thought was really, really fun. He's actually asked for that tray here at our house since being back. He's wanted to just like color on the whiteboard, which is really fun. I know I remember being a kid and just wanting to color on the whiteboard after my teacher had. It just seemed so fun, and you could just color whatever you want and then erase it and then go back and color more. So that's been really fun for him to do here in our house as well. What things do you do and prepare for your kids for traveling, especially if you're going on a long road trip? So the whole reason we even took a long car trip to a vacation destination was for my cousin's wedding. My cousin got married and it was in their hometown, which was good because it was a place that my husband has never been. I've been a few times over my life. We used to travel out there quite a bit and we went camping and all over. They live in Michigan. It is a much bigger state than Massachusetts, so it is just kind of so different for us because everything takes like 2 to 3 hours to get to, whereas for us, we can be in multiple different states within an hour because our state is so much smaller. So that made things way different, and we really had to kind of pick and choose what we were going to do, especially with 3 kids. My son and then my niece and nephew were there as well. Just makes like going here, there, and everywhere a little bit more challenging. So for the wedding, they did have it was like a welcome dinner since there were so many family members that came from out of state that they had at my aunt's house, which was really nice. We got to see everybody and have dinner and hang out, and that was really fun. And then the day after was the wedding. So that morning I went with my cousins, my mom, and my sister-in-law and my niece, and we got pedicures, and that was so fun. I can't even tell you the last time I had a pedicure. I was so overdue for one and definitely itching to get one done. So that was really nice. And then the wedding was beautiful. The weather was so nice. It was super hot and sunny the whole time we were there, which I absolutely love. And the wedding, of course, was so fun. We always have a lot of fun at weddings. For our family, I grew up with a whole bunch of girl cousins, so it's always a really great time when we all get together. Then my parents and my brother's family and my family all stayed in an Airbnb together, which was really nice. So we planned some things. So the day after the wedding, we went to their local baseball team. It wasn't like the major leagues, it was the one right before it. I'm not sure what it's called, but we went to that. It was such a hot day. Oh my gosh, like we were melting the whole time we were there. And my son is only 3, so he watched maybe a second of the game. But yeah, my husband was really wanting to go to a baseball game, so it was fun. Not my favorite thing, but it was okay. The day after that, what did we do? Oh, there was like a museum, a children's museum that was pretty close to our Airbnb, and they had really advertised that there was like this huge shark exhibit, and we thought that the kids would really like that. It was very interesting. It was good. Wasn't my favorite thing, and it was a lot of walking. The shark exhibit, of course, was on like the 4th floor, so you had to go through so much other stuff before we even got to see the shark exhibit, and it was, I don't know, lackluster at best. It was a lot of good marketing, and the hype that they had built up, it just didn't live up to it. So I definitely could have skipped that, but my son seemed to have a lot of fun. It was a children's museum, so there was lots of activities for the kids to do, so that was good. Then the next day we went to the beach. They don't have ocean, so that was really different. I was really looking forward to seeing my husband and my son go because they'd never been to the beach that wasn't ocean, salt water, and it's pretty cold here up north to go to the ocean. So going to a Great Lake, that's fresh water. It was so much fun, and the day was absolutely beautiful, and I definitely wish we had stayed in that town. I said, if one of my other cousins get married out here, we've got to do our Airbnb here because then it will really feel like a true vacation, where a lot of the other towns that we were in were a lot more city, so it was pretty busy. And then the next day, we went to the zoo. Oh my gosh, the zoo was like right around the corner from my aunt's house and so nice. Landscaping was beautiful. They had such beautiful themes for the season, and the animals were incredible. They had a huge brown bear that my son like had his hands over his mouth in shock when he saw this brown bear. The Brown Bears book has been one of his all-time favorites forever. So to see one in real life up close was just so shocking and just made the whole zoo experience so very exciting. It was the one thing my husband and I had kind of said, a zoo like on vacation, that's kind of weird, but it was probably one of our favorite days just because our son had so much fun and this zoo was so beautiful. So vacation all in all was really fun. It was nice to get out of the routine, do other things out of our normal, and experience some things with our family, our niece and our nephew, and also like our little family, the three of us too, got to spend a lot of time together, which was really, really nice. When you get home from vacation, do you leave everything in the bags and just take care of it slowly or just get to it later? Or are you somebody that immediately gets home and has to unpack everything? Leave a comment down below. I would love to know. For myself, I am someone who needs to get home and unpack everything. I need to start a load of laundry, get everything put back where it belongs, and just be done with it before I can even do anything else, especially sitting down after a long trip. Otherwise, I just feel like everything adds out of place and I don't want to wake up the next morning and not have everything put away to be able to get ready. I just like everything to be in its home, put away, bags put away, all the things, so I don't even have to think about it later, and it just makes the whole process of unpacking so much easier if you just get it done right away. I was also going to film this too, but it's just one of those things that we get out of the car, we get home, I just start unpacking immediately, and I didn't even think about like setting up the camera or filming or anything like that, but I do think that would be really helpful too. So the next time we do this, I'll try to keep that in mind because I feel like I just do it so efficiently and would be really helpful if that's an area that you kind of struggle with and just leaving everything in your bag forever, and then it just takes so much longer and becomes so much more overwhelming than it really needs to be. It's always been something that I've done so efficiently, and I don't know, I feel like I've definitely just helped other people be able to get that done too, because I don't know, just putting things away is definitely one of my strong suits. Obviously with this channel, it is something that I enjoy and makes me just wind down a little bit too, just getting everything back in place and organized and set to go for the normal routine. So I cleaned my whole house the day after we got back from vacation. It was another thing that the dust had just collected, the floor felt absolutely disgusting, and I'm so happy that I just took a little bit of time, didn't take me much time at all, and just got our house back in order so then we can get back into our normal routine, back into the swing of life. And I hope that this was helpful for you and you enjoyed hearing about our vacation. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you leave here feeling like you've made a new friend.